Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John Gray, and this is the John Olive Fifth Quarter Show for the 26th year. Bringing you Wildcat football on a Saturday morning, and here's Coach John Olive with us today. And season started.
It has started.
First game against Shelbyville.
And started off with a rather nice night, and we had a great crowd there.
Yes.
That filled in quite nicely there, and then we get an hour and a half lightning delay. Never got much rain, I
don't think it rained. Maybe just a 10, 15, 20 drops, but that heat lightning was bouncing around everywhere.
And so anyway, we finally finished the game a little bit before 11 o'clock. And
second half started about 5 minutes to 10.
Yeah, we were right at 10 o'clock when it finally got going again. And so anyway, played Shelbyville. Coach Palmer and his group whipped us pretty good.
We had the same numbers they did, Coach. They had a 1 and a 3, and we had a 1 and a 3.
Yeah.
Final scores 31-13.
31-13, and I think as you watch the video, you'll see some good effort on our side of the ball. We didn't execute very good, but hats off to Shelbyville because they did. Their offensive line, I thought, played really well. Their linebackers were physical and active.
Yes.
And then their skill players.
Number 4, folks, look at number 4 and number 6.
Both those young men are very, very good. Trammell at quarterback, I think he set a state record against us last year throwing the football. This year, their offensive line was better, and they didn't have to throw it as much because he was still pretty accurate in his throwing as well.
Was.
Very good operator. And so, but as I told our young men, I said, it's water over the dam, but we can learn from it. The question is how much better are we going to be as a football team next Friday when we host another rival, and this time it'll be Coffee County.
Coffee County, and that'll be here. That's a coffee pot game, so be exciting.
It's a young season, and we've got a lot of players that have played now for 2 years already, and some of them even got to play as freshmen 3 years ago. So not going to push the panic button. We know what we got to do to get better, and
we're not very big.
We're not, and we have some big freshmen. There were a couple of them that got to play the other night. As we go through this season, there'll probably be a few more freshmen that get to play, especially in the line areas and possibly 1 or 2 skill areas as well.
That's great. What we're going to do right now is take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the first quarter of Tullahoma Shelbyville 2018.
Are you ready for some football? Are you ready for cool days and cold nights? We're here warming up to serve our community. Stroop Jacket Refrigeration would like to congratulate the 2019 class at Tullahoma. Go Cats!
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Attention, attention! Tullahoma and surrounding areas? Spinelli's Pizzeria is now open at 121 Northwest Atlantic Street in downtown Tullahoma. They specialize in Philadelphia-style pizzas that you can order by the pie or by the gigantic slice. Spinelli's also has great sandwiches with breads imported from Philly, loaded stromboli, salads, and desserts. They are open from 11 a.m. until 3 a.m. with delivery every day. So stop by Spinelli's and get a slice.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Almost all natural gas we use is produced right here in North America. And with plentiful gas reserves, we can enjoy a safe and reliable energy future. Natural gas. The comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Brought to you by Elk River Public Utility District. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Paul Henry, number 8, Matt Ross, number 3, Race Marin, and number 9, Bryson Corn. And this year, Matt Ross won the right to wear the Eli Grove number 8, and very proud.
He's a tough competitor.
Like we won and prepared.
We won the toss. We deferred to the second half. Race Marin is on a kick about as well as we can kick it. He put it right where we wanted it. Had the guy catch it running in the opposite direction, and then we can't tackle him. And so they get it all the way back out to the 35-yard line. They're going to open up. They're working the ball into the boundary. I think they actually had a hook and ladder on right there, but not sure. But it was missed. They're going to come right back, though, and they're going to throw the ball into the boundary again. This time they're going to catch it. That young man's going to be a really, really good football player. He's a big body. And
Number
2. He's a junior. Come right back, go back into the boundary again.
We had a hard time getting them to the ground. Strong boys, strong-legged boys.
And they're still working that boundary side against us. Sam Brock makes the tackle there. Now they're going to come to the field, and Hunter Jewell makes a really good play right there, beats his block.
Hunter had a pretty good game the other night.
And Shelbyville's a no-huddle offense. And we do a pretty good job in coverage, but we get too far upfield on the backside, and defensive tackle crosses the center's face, and we open up a gap over here that he's able to pick up yardage. And then I ought to know that young man's name. I may think of it as we go through this.
I don't want to know his name.
But we got to see him again next year. It's not
no.
There's several of them that are juniors that we're going to see again next year.
You mean you can't go to college in your junior year?
Well, and, you know, Kobe Thomas there on the tackle, and now Ford is a big old young boy. I mean, they list him at 205.
Yeah.
So he's a good-sized young man.
Yeah, but he's got some strong legs.
That he does. They try to throw it up there, and the ball barely comes out, so it gets ruled as an incompletion. And they're going to try to hit a slant there. And Samari Lane has a shot. 52. Ty Cox, what forced him to throw it when he did.
I remembered from last year their kicker had a pretty good leg.
Yeah. And
that's important. Well, it's important in any level of football, but it's very important in high school football.
Kobe Burks on the return, makes a couple of good moves. I thought he was going to come out of there, and gets it all the way out to the 39. We come out, we're going to throw the ball to Kobe, and he does a good job. We did a poor job as a coaching staff, as I did a poor job getting the ball to him in space, and we got to work on that and get better at doing those things. Come back, we hit Matt Ross. Same type screen play, and pick up another first down.
And this is looking good.
We're going to sprint out right here, and we're actually trying to hit an out route, and Ben does a good job. Ben Fulton hits Matt Ross. That was his drop off there,
and Matt's fearless in catching the ball.
And here we blow a blocking assignment, and Ben almost makes a crucial mistake. One of those things we got to learn. We ended up having a lineman downfield, so we got a penalty. So we had all kinds of problems on that play.
Great catch.
And Ben does a good job of threading that one into race and pick up the first down. And we're going to run a quick pitch to Bryson Korn. Good blocking out in front. And
big, strong young man.
He almost pushes it into the end zone. Just short, so we'll come right back and run the same play.
When he gives that leg kick, if you're on the other side, you better watch out, because he just hit another gear.
He runs really well, and as we get better in the offensive line, he'll get better as a running back. Brian Nelms doing the deep snapping this year. Ben Fulton was the holder. Grace Marin puts it through, and we're up 7-3. And they had a penalty on that touchdown, so we kicked off from their 45, and we make them start at the 20.
Look here.
And
here it comes.
Yeah, big hole. I mean, big hole. And here comes the counter the other way, and Ty Cox on the tackle, but he picks up 6 yards, and so it's 2nd down 9. And they
Good
have
job.
a blown play, and Matt Ross makes the play back there.
You have quite a few guys playing both ways, don't you?
What we have every year.
Yeah.
I mean, we had 2 years, maybe 3 years here out of 26 that we don't have a lot of kids going both ways. And Shelbyville had more this year than they did last year going both ways.
Well, I counted their guys over there, and it looked like they had about 30. And how many do we have out this year on the sideline?
On the varsity, we've got, I think, 51 players when we're all healthy.
Right.
And freshman-wise, we've got another 28 or so.
But I was surprised how few kids they had on the sidelines here.
You know, it's nice to have enough athletes to play, to go to platoon entirely, but you got to have some athletes to make that happen. You got to have some battles that are really close.
That was a great catch right there.
Yeah, they
That was a college level
put a
catch.
little move on us there and able to pitch and catch. Quentin Howard saves a touchdown. Hard running there. We'll do a little better this time. They're going to hand it off, coming to this side, and Matt Ross is the first one that meets him, and then several other Wildcats get there. Matt Ross did a really great job of spinning off the block and getting back into the play. They're going to come back and throw the slant right here, and can't let them get down inside you. It's just too easy on the, that's the easy pitch and catch. You got to make them throw it to the outside of you to make the pitch and catch.
That's a successful play all the way to the top.
Yep.
It's almost impossible to defend if you've got a good wide receiver out there.
Yep.
Close.
So Shelbyville jumps right back up in front, 10-7, and we need to respond. And they're not on kick it deep anymore. And Colton Tucker on the return. We're going to take over their own 34-yard line.
Which is a good place to be.
And we're running Bryson Corn wide, but we've got a few backups in, and they're going to block people. They're just blocking the wrong people. And so, therefore, we end up with a negative play. And come back out here, and Ben does a good job of scrambling, getting away, and finding Race Marin.
That's a good play.
The play was actually designed to come this other way, and but Ben has to flush. We come back, we don't hit Ray. I take it back. It was Jake Hollingsworth that we hit right there for the first down. Keep the drive alive, and we're in their territory. And now we're going to go for a big play. We're trying to get one back over here in a one-on-one situation and not able to complete it. Bryson Corn bounces it to the outside and
Gets a little physical.
I thought he ran the ball hard the other night.
I like that stiff arm.
And they come back and great shot. You don't see it from this angle as much, but from the end zone,
impressive.
I mean, it had to be a pinpoint pass to get it in there.
That's one of the most difficult things to do is to run off opposite side and throw that ball.
And anyway, so Hunter Palmer was the one that was the receiver, and he's the receiver again on the quick screen.
So we're moving the ball right back down the field. Look, I mean, everything looks good.
And good hard running. And at the end of the first quarter, we're driving to answer the score that they just got. So,
I've got a question for you, Coach. What do you reckon you have to do to get a pair of gold shoes?
probably play for Shelbyville.
Well, but they all don't have them.
No.
There must be something special. You must have to do something special to get a pair of gold shoes. You wanted to say something about Spinelli's.
Oh, I did. I needed to say something. We do a discount card every year that our players go out and sell. And anyway, Spinelli's is on that discount card. And somehow or another, the wrong number got put on their portion of their thing, but they've got a great discount offer that I think it's 50% off. If you buy one, you get something of the same or equal value or less for 50% off. And I wish I could tell you what the phone number is supposed to be. We will announce that this Friday night at the Coffee Pot game. But go by and see them, and Google them or whatever to get the phone number right.
Philip
we
will have that
apologize
for us
that
here in just a minute.
for that happening.
Find us that phone number, Philip.
So anyway, we do appreciate our sponsors, not only on this show, but the ones who sponsor that discount card for us. And
that's Cameron
offer
Newton and Nick
discounts.
Smith on Spinelli's.
So anyway, we'll try to get it right, and hopefully people will still go and use their discount and eat there at Spinelli's.
That's a big old slice of pizza down there. You saw that ad we did. I went down there, and it's the only place in town you can get a single slice of pizza except a gas station or convenience store. And that one slice of pizza is all I need, and it's a meal.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could eat one of those slices.
It's a meal. So we thank Spinelli's for being a sponsor on this show and all the things that they do good in this community. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
I was looking for a bank that sees me as more than just a credit score or an account balance.
A bank that has my best interest at heart and will help me get better at managing my money.
That answers to me and not some stockholder somewhere.
A bank that's big enough to have everything I need. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards, but small enough to treat me like family.
Turns out, I wasn't looking for a bank at all.
Ascend Federal Credit Union, banking without the bank.
Since 1917, Builder Supply has been the place to go for all your building materials. It's where the contractors have shopped for years. Builder Supply stocks quality Benjamin Moore paint, Temco shingles, case knives, DeWalt, Stanley, and Makita tools, Peachtree's Southern Rose and Sun windows, Trader's grills, Quickset locks, General Shell brick, Yellow wood, and pass load nail guns and nails. Experienced salespeople are there to help you find the right products for your job. So when you're ready to build, whether large or small, think Builder Supply. 301 South Atlantic Street in Tullahoma. The Gondola, located at 412 East Carroll Street, is Tullahoma's oldest pizza, pasta, and steakhouse, featuring all kinds of pizzas, calzones, pastas and steaks, chicken, pork, sandwiches, and seafood. Check out their daily specials on Facebook. And don't forget that on Saturdays, there's ribs and smoked Boston butts. Add a great variety of appetizers and desserts, and come on in, y'all. Gondola has it all. For carry-out, call 455-9738. That's the Gondola Steakhouse, located at 412 East Carroll Street in Tullahoma. Hey, Tullahoma, stop by McMurray's for all your personal and business needs. Copying and finishing service. That's black and white and color copying, 1 to 1,000. Scan, print, reduce, enlarge up to 36 inches. Brochures, carbonless forms, design services, foam core mounting, fax service, comb and coil binding, lamination up to 40 inches. Wedding services include wedding invitations, wedding programs, and napkins. That's McMurray's, 101 West OG Street, Tullahoma. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. McMurray's. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
First play of the second quarter, we're going to give the ball to Bryson Corn, and he rips it up the middle and pulls the safety into the end zone. And so we have gone back on top, but we missed the PAT there. It hit the upright. And so we are up, but we're up 13-10 instead of 14-10. Will Stone does a little pop-up kick. It's going to get blown dead, and we're going to have to re-kick.
Speed.
Good return by Shelbyville.
Good hit right there.
Jacob Floyd, and I think the other one was Colton Tucker, but I'm not positive. Good play here by Shelbyville. I looked at this one and thought that's a pretty good looking play, what they just did, how they did it, and what they were reading to make that happen. And it was a good looking play that got called back a little bit because of a penalty, but it's still, I was impressed by it. Trammell hits his receiver back there for the first down. And again, he was actually looking to go back over on the boundary side again, and he finds the big, he's not a true tight end, but he's their Matt Ross. Right. And he makes a very good catch there in the middle of the field, and then here they come, running that football hard downhill against us. And they're going to call defensive holding on us there.
How dare they?
So, 5-yard penalty, and they get play over. We rip the ball out, but their number 6 falls on it in the end zone there, and so touchdown for Shelbyville, and they get their PAT, so that puts them back on top, 17-13.
You know, you mentioned reading a minute ago, and I don't think many people realize how much there is in the decision-making process that these high school kids have to know to do the right thing.
That's correct.
It's not like every play's called and it happens just exactly like it's written out on a piece of paper. Right. There's a lot of things that these kids have to make decisions on.
And both these two offenses, Shelbyville and ours, there's a lot of reading after the snap by a quarterback. They've got to be able to make quick decisions based on what their read is. And whether that's handing the ball off or throwing the ball, or could be a combination of both. Don't run the quick pitch into the boundary there.
Great job.
We pick up a first down. So we're moving the ball again. We try to run a speed sweep with Kobe here, and if we block the Mike linebacker, we just rip them. We would have had a shot right there, even though we had missed the block out on the perimeter. Mike linebacker, though, makes that play. We come back, hit Hunter Palmer. And again, We're trying to run the ball into the boundary. They're trying to throw the ball into the boundary. But both of us are seeing things that tell us the boundary's the place to be. Good job there, Hunter Palmer.
He's a shifty little fella. He doesn't get hit the first time somebody comes after him usually.
He does a good job there. He made 3 yards out of a play that should have got nothing. And good hard running there by Bryson. We're trying to sprint out here and doesn't get intercepted. Should have been intercepted.
Was for a minute.
Probably Ben would like to have that one back. And as he gets more confidence, he'll be a little more assertive there on his throws and so forth.
Now he's a junior?
He's a junior.
And this is his first year to start at quarterback.
It is, and we tried the same play that we had earlier with Race, and this time they're back there playing it. And one of those where after you call it, you go, but it was an all or none shot. And Race just hadn't hit that one at all. The guy coming off the edge, I think, has gotten his attention a little bit there, and he, if you ask him, he'd tell you he didn't hit it very well at all. They come back, working to the single receiver side. Sometimes you just don't do what you're supposed to do, and it comes back and cost us.
He got run down, though.
Samari Lane runs him down. And this time, Ty Cox chases him all the way. If we'd had anybody setting the edge on the other side, he'd have caught him before he gained any yards.
Right. So you have a couple of ends right now that are not playing that would be playing.
No. Our two best ends are Ty Cox and Matt Ross. And they both play a tremendous amount on both sides of the ball, but we will try to keep them on the field defensively as much as possible. And here, they just on read a linebacker and pitch and catch.
Yeah.
We like the same play. We like the same play with Matt Ross.
Yeah, I was thinking, I've seen that happen before.
So,
with a red jersey.
Good play call. And, it's one of those where we line up. If you saw the quarterback, he was looking at the sideline, and they're getting their call once they saw the alignment, and we got a linebacker put into a no-win situation. If he runs with that guy, then he's going to hand it off, and if he jumps up in there to take the dive, they throw the ball.
What happened over there on that?
He touched the ball, but he was already out of bounds.
He was out of bounds when he touched the ball. Now, if he would have been in bounds and fumbled out of bounds,
we'd been in trouble.
Then that ball would have been placed way back down there.
Way back down there.
Okay.
But he was already out of bounds when he touched the ball. And
look at that guy coming.
Little quick screen right
Great
here.
Job.
And Race picks up the first down. Good blocking over there by Matt Ross in particular.
Ben did a good job of getting rid of that thing. Yeah. He had somebody coming in his face.
Good play there by their Gary Smith. He's a bona fide stud. He took our blocker and tossed him off like he was a rag doll, and then telling you, 20 and 27 impressed me. Both of them did. They're both very physical kids. They're very active, and you very seldom get them out of position. Whatever gap they got, they get. And you know, right as I say that, 20 misses Brian there, but I was just impressed with him that night. And Brian Nims runs the draw play there and picks up about 15, 16 yards, but we needed about 10 more.
Race Marion kicking specialist.
Yeah, you know, and he hasn't been able to punt or kick all preseason because of an injury that he got in baseball, and so he just now has started punting and kicking, and I mean, we're putting pressure, a little pressure. We finally got Trammell moving around a little bit.
And he's not a small kid himself.
No, he's not. He's a good-sized young man. Not as tall as probably a lot of them, but he's a thick young man. They had us on that quick screen right there. That was a good job by them. They not able to pitch and catch, thank goodness, but come back, and Pat Ross gets the sack. And got him into a punting situation finally, which we needed because
this first time for that.
Yep. Both teams have kind of been up and down the field. We've missed a field goal, and I guess that was our first punt previously for that. And we're going to start off with the draw play here, and we'll make a few yards on the draw play. We'll take one more stab at it here, and then after that, we'll just let the clock run out. Did not want to give them the ball back with 20 seconds, 15 seconds to go. Just didn't want to do it. They got too many weapons. So anyway, we did get the Spinelli phone number that should be on that card. 563-5650.
There you go.
And I hope that's the correct number.
There you go.
But anyway, trying to make a correction there for somebody that's a good supporter.
You know, Coach, I've been watching some of these preseason pro games, and I heard a statement yesterday, and I don't know whether it's because of so many good running backs in this year's draft and last year's draft, but the statement was, you know, we used to run to set up the pass. Now they pass to set up the run.
Yes.
And that seemed that just sort of
that's
caught
just
me.
Because the way the game is changed,
yeah.
and a lot of it's because of rules, rules to try to make it safer. It's made it where it's a passing game, and then you run the ball just as a mix.
Yeah. So now we're educated. What we're going to do now is take a quick commercial break. The band wasn't able to play the other night because of the rain delay, because it's not good to get all that equipment soaking wet. So we don't have a halftime show today. We'll take a commercial break and be back with the third quarter.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 different locations, 8 new car franchises, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, a certified collision center with lifetime paint guarantee, Russell Barnett Hometown Auto Rental. Let our family exceed your expectations at the Russell Barnett Automotive family. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
Whether it's a home loan, a business loan, a personal loan, a loan for any good reason, Citizens Tri-County Bank is here to help you with the loans you need. With caring, friendly lending pros at convenient offices across Tullahoma, we love our community and we take pride in helping people get the loans they need. Citizens Tri-County Bank, focused on making loans for the individuals and businesses of our community.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
If you're looking for fuel, food, or fun, don't forget the Dameron Brothers stores. The Short Stop has fuel, food, and beverages. The Liquor Locker carries all of your favorite brands of wines and spirits. It has party supplies, beverages, and the area's best selection of premium cigars. So for all your party needs, Jeff and Jay say, come on by, and thank you for the support of our businesses. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Field at 8:20, and it's now about 9:55.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And instead of hundreds of people in the stands, there's maybe 50, 75 on their side and about 100 on our side.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, everybody went home.
Sure, don't blame them. Don't blame them at all.
Well, not everybody, but most of them.
We open up here getting the ball to Kobe, and Kobe does a good job of picking up yards there. Tough yards, picks up about 8. And
somebody made an adjustment.
Well, it's what you call missing a blocking assignment, and that was the adjustment on that one. And good hard running by Bryson there, picks up the first down. Good blocking that time. Need to give him credit. You know, Ty Cox getting a good push there. And,
not just the other night, but over and over again, Coach, how do you think a delay like that affects your ball club?
Well, it's
or
tough
any ball
on
club?
Any ball club, because an hour and a half, the soreness is already starting to set in. And, you know, so you gotta have some mental toughness to you, and a lot of times you see the team that comes out of the locker room with that mental toughness, they change the tempo of the game before you ever. I mean, you know, it can change the game real quick. So anyway, we're not able to pick up that first down, and.
That's a good kick.
Hunt the ball there, and I was worried that we were getting ready to get in a foot race there. I believe that was Brian Nims that was chasing him all over the place and finally got him from behind. And our defense is going to play better in this half. We didn't play real good in the first half. We'll play a little better as we go through this half. And, you know, 12, he's a better football player than you realize. And
there he goes. Look at that.
You know, you better wrap him up.
That guy's a mule.
He runs north and south, and I thought he and Bryson ran hard for us. I thought he ran hard for Shelbyville. Good job there. We flushed the quarterback. Quentin Howard knocks him out of bounds.
With a pretty good little lick.
Good job right there. Ty Cox gets the dive, and that's how you take the dive. That's just a great catch.
I mean, you can't defend that.
Great catch. Cooper Lawson and Samari laying on the coverage, and that's all you can say. Good catch, good play by them.
Yeah.
Good job there. We hold them to about 2 yards on the running play there. Comes the big boy again, and there's Cooper Lawson hanging on to his foot, and his teammates finally arrive. They don't get a holding penalty right there, as that kept Jewell from getting off the block. So it backs them up. And I thought Jewell was going to pick that one off.
We needed that 6 so bad.
Hunter
right
had
there.
that one. And a good job right there. We take the dive.
Look at that big number 77. I mean, they've got some big boys in that line.
Yeah, their line's much improved. I'm telling you that they got 3 that have
way to fight for that
really
ball.
Impressive. Good job by Quentin Howard. And Quentin does a good job of fighting to get to the football. He is a competitor.
What does he weigh? About 140?
I don't know. He doesn't weigh a whole lot. He's a stick. Ben's able to hit Hunter Jewell there and pick up good yardage. We're back on their side. We need to score right here. We need to climb back in this ball game. And we get some positive yards there.
They're doing a little bit better job on Bryson right now.
Yes. And if we catch that pitch right there, he would have had good yardage. I mean, it was good yardage. And thankfully for us, we pitch it forward, so it's really a pass.
Right, right.
We try to go deep again, and big number 2 picks it off this time. It's one of those when we watch video, Ben will see, and he'll say, I should have thrown it over here, because he'll see that he had a receiver wide open. But when they're coming after you,
it's real easy to lock in on somebody.
Yeah. And come on, wrap him up.
There you go.
Make the play. Somebody ripped the ball out, but they recover it. But good play by our defense. And I'm telling you, he doesn't miss much. You don't see him make bad throws very often. He makes one bad throw in this ball game. It may be coming up right here that his receiver makes the catch. And I say it's a bad throw. I don't know whether it's a bad throw or not. That may be something they work on all the time. And but he really pulls that receiver to the inside, and it's right here. The receiver just accelerates and gets to the ball. And good play by, just another good play by them.
He was throwing that guy open, I guess. Maybe it might have been by luck or by circumstance.
I just know that was a good play by the receiver. Because we're on him. We're just not able to accelerate to the ball as fast as he did. And 6 is really unusual.
So this game's tightened up a little bit.
It's tight. The score has stayed. It's a 31-13 game at the end. They probably feel like they should have scored a couple more, but we feel like if we'd have played better, that it could have been a nip and tuck ball game at the end.
Hey, I want to announce Jared Olive's in the studio this morning, and I just want to ask you, and I know I probably asked you last year, how much fun is it as a father and a coach to be on the sideline with your sons?
More than the sideline, it's just all the preparation, and I'm talking about year-round stuff that you do that's a lot more enjoyable.
I know that's got to make you happy to be able to do that.
I don't know how much longer that'll happen. Both of them have
they don't have
careers
ideas,
and so forth that they need to, and I've told them that.
Yeah. Well, congratulations for you for the time you get to spend with them, because that doesn't always happen to dads, and I know it's a very, very good thing for you. It makes you very happy, and it makes us, the fans, happy, because I personally know how smart they are about this game. And
they're both very good coaches, and they both went through the high school here, so it's hometown guys. And we had another hometown guy that's working with us now that's come back, Brady Goodman, who coached up in Murfreesboro at Siegel, and so it's always good when we get the hometown guys to come back.
Tullahoma's a good place to come to. With that said, we're going to take a quick commercial break and be back with the fourth quarter. Daddy Billy's Deli Bar and Grill has been open at 119 Northwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma for over 40 years, serving up good times and great food. Owner Nick Smith has made a great investment to remodel the inside, which is now a non-smoking facility, and add a great outdoor patio area with a covered stage, a fire pit, and a second bar where smoking is allowed. The food remains great at Daddy Billy's, from burgers to paninis, salads, wings, with new items being added all the time. To be part of the good times at Daddy Billy's, 119 Northwest Atlantic Street, downtown Tullahoma.
Donuts. Tasty. Donuts. Donuts.
Are your teeth dull, chipped, stained, or crooked? If so, call the dental practice of Dr. Mike Long. For a wider, brighter, more attractive smile, Dr. Long offers cosmetic dentistry at its best through whitening, bonding, and veneers. Dr. Long also uses laser technology, eliminating anesthesia and drilling. When you are ready to enhance your smile, call Dr. Mike Long, family practice dentistry for 29 years.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Open up fourth quarter here. Shelbyville's driving. And they're going to do what we would call, they fake the screen and run. The guy breaks down and takes off running, and he blows by us. And
it's a touchdown.
Touchdown, and so first play of the fourth quarter makes it 31-13.
Where it will stay.
It is exactly where it will stay. And we know we need to respond here. We've got one series here that we try to stay kind of normal, and then we've got to
take a few chances.
Just go to something completely different.
Be different. And you need to think about it.
You got the clock, and you can sit there and say, well, we can either get beat 45-13 or we can make a run at them. And here we're trying to take a shot with Race Marin, and we get pass interference call. So 1st and 10.
And these kids all have to be at school the next day.
That's correct.
And it's closing in on 11 o'clock.
Which is probably easier on them than it is us old people.
Well, that's true.
We're going to try to get Bryson to the outside here, and we're able to pick up 3 or 4, but that's it. Trying to play action pass here, and Ben pulls it down, and we go ahead and go for it on 4th and short here. And Ben keeps it, and official marks him as a first down, so we get a first down.
Thank you.
Come back and get the ball to race there,
That play just works, doesn't it?
It does. You just got to have patience to keep throwing it. Here we try to take another shot because we know we got to score. You got to score quickly. You can't nickel and dime it down the field. It may, make it 31-20, but if you don't get the ball on down the field to get an easy touchdown, you don't have a chance to win the game if you eat up 4th quarter. So we keep trying to take shots and then try to get a first down. Take shot, try to get a first down so that you can take another shot at them. And this time, that's a good job by Hunter. Hunter made the middle linebacker, who we didn't touch, miss him completely. And
fast as he was coming through there, it had torn him out of his frame if he hit.
So, Peyton Howard on the tackle there. They go to an unbalanced set right there, putting those 2 big tackles over there side by side. And Ty Cox comes through both of them, and
that's how you play that guy.
And they're running the screen, and Hunter Jewell does a good job of getting off his blocker and making the tackle.
Bulldog.
And we're going to make them punt. That's a good job
by the head.
So we'll take over at about our own 12-yard line, 12 or 13. And we'll try our best to go after them again, as that old clock is just a ticking. We try the draw play, figuring they might be thinking we're going to throw it right out of the gate. Then we try to hit Bryson there, again thinking that we can maybe get them pushed downfield just a little bit. And we come back and hit Race. He does a good job of getting extra yardage, and he gets the first down. And come right back to it again, and
it's good yardage again.
As long as they don't give it to us, we keep throwing it. This time we hand it off there to Bryson, and he turns it up and gets the first down. We're going to try the quick screen there to Quentin Howard. He gets the first down, so we're moving the ball. It's just we're eating clock, too.
Yeah, right.
That's the problem.
And need, what, 3 scores?
3. We're not picking 27 up at all. So it's just, he was in there on the last play, and we're not getting close to him. We're going to throw it deep this time, and it's going to get picked. But as I told Ben, I said, that's as good as a punt. And that's what we would have been facing. Whereas if we throw the ball down there, you got a chance for one of our people to make a play, get a pass interference. And
that's why they hit that guy.
Linebackers are playing a little better in this half than we did in the first half. Speed sweeps. I thought overall we played their speed sweeps well. That was one thing that we did well. We just didn't play their counter game right there. We didn't play it very well.
That guy's just so quick through the hole, though.
Good job by Quentin pulling him down, putting him down without getting a penalty for a horse collar. So that was good. And that'll end the ball game right there. So we struggled stopping that counter all night long. They hurt us with an inside zone. Their running back did a great job at finding what he needed to do, but what made it easy to find was his offensive line was mashing on us pretty good. Right. And that makes it a lot easier to find those holes. And, so anyway.
But you know, the second half was, other than that one score, you know, our guys stood up and
defensively we played better. And like I said, it wasn't a matter of effort. Okay, we had some guys that played really hard, but if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, whether it be offensively or defensively or even special team wise, things don't work. You know, that's what makes football the unique game. Because in baseball, if I'm just dominating, or I'll use a better example, fast pitch softball, you become an instant power in fast pitch softball if you've got that one dominating pitcher.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay, now to win the championships, you got to have others surrounding her. But if you got that one dominating pitcher, I can remember when Tennessee got the Abbott girl.
Right.
All of a sudden, they're a national power for the next 4 years, and of course they recruited so well after that they've stayed a national power. But in football, I like what Coach Dyer used to say. All great running backs look the same when there's no place to go. And that's a true statement.
Yes, it is.
If there's no place to go, it's amazing how a great running back looks very average. And so, you know, it's a true team game. And if I'm supposed to block you and I decide to go block somebody else and leave you there, you know, odds are you're going to make the play. And so, and same thing on defense. If I'm supposed to take this gap, or I'm supposed to take the dive, or I'm supposed to take the quarterback, and I take just the opposite, then we end up with two people on the quarterback and nobody on the dive, and it makes you look like an idiot because he's gashing you. And you got to know.
You know, that goes right back to the question I was asking a minute ago about reads. And, you know, football anymore is not just a game of big old thugs beating up on each other. It's a very intelligent game, and there's a whole lot of nuances that go on that if you're a dummy, you can't play.
No,
well, you can play, but you can't play well.
Right, and the big thing is you got to be able to think on your feet really rapidly. That's and you play the game in your mind well before you ever line up and play the game, because if you're thinking out there on the field instead of just reacting, then you're always a step slow. So instead of you making a big play for your team, you might make the play, but the other team just made 5 yards off of it because you're that step slow getting there. And so anyway, those are the top things that you go back and you work on, and you try to get your players to understand. It was, you know, it's always been a tough day. Your first ball game is always tough. For us, we do a tailgate party for the first home ball game, which was Thursday, which I'd like to say thank you to the people that do that, First Vision Bank and Light Tube, and I think Tullahoma Housing Authority, I think I saw on there this time. But you got to have some maturity about you as a player to be able to stay focused on what you got to do on that night. And I can remember when we first did the very first one, I wasn't very happy. I didn't really want to do another one, and I think that was the 22nd year that we did one there the other day. Because I can remember we played Hillwood the night we had the very first one. Robert Matthews, who's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever had the privilege to be around, threw 6 interceptions that night. And anyway, I think he threw 7 for the entire year, and 6 of them in that one ball game. And
understand.
And like I said, he's one of the best players I ever had. It's just tough. You got to be focused. And I didn't do a very good job of keeping us focused and keeping us through that long afternoon waiting on, because that time just goes by so slow waiting on that, especially when it's first ball game. So anyway,
we're going to take a quick commercial break and be back and talk about next week's coffee pot game.
The Gondola, located at 412 East Carroll Street, is Tullahoma's oldest pizza, pasta, and steakhouse, featuring all kinds of pizzas, calzones, pastas, and steaks, chicken, pork, sandwiches, and seafood. Check out their daily specials on Facebook. And don't forget that on Saturdays, there's ribs and smoked Boston butts. Add a great variety of appetizers and desserts, and come on in, y'all. Gondola has it all. For carry-out, call 455-9738. That's the Gondola Steakhouse, located at 412 East Carroll Street in Tullahoma.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Donuts. Tasty. Donuts. Donuts.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Hey, before we get out of here, I want to make sure and thank Mayo over at the Donut Palace. They provide our donuts for the show here. And matter of fact, I graduated from therapy at rehab. I had my rehab over at Life Care Center for my knee surgery that I recently had, and I took a big old box of donuts over there from the Donut Palace to them, and they were real pleased with that. And I also want to thank Paige Lashley from Prescott Bottling for being Prescott being our water sponsor this year. So those are two good companies in our community that do a lot of things, service-oriented things for the community and the football program and stuff like that. So we want to be sure and thank them and all of our sponsors for 26 years for allowing us to do this television program. Now, Coach, Coffee Pot is this week, talking about keeping people focused. This is probably the toughest week, other than maybe homecoming and the whole thing.
Well, I look forward to having another home game, and that's what I told the players after the ball game, and we talked a little bit yesterday. Win or lose, you got to get ready for the next ball game.
Right.
You know, you can't celebrate a win too long, and you can't feel sorry for yourself on the other end. And hey, another rival, and you know, our goal is to be better this next Friday, and hopefully a whole lot better than we were this past Friday.
Yeah.
You know, we had scrimmaged 3 times in the preseason, and two of the teams, we clearly had better athletes than they did. The third team, we didn't have, I mean, you know, it was even.
Right.
And some of the same problems, though, that we were having in the first scrimmage we had still last night. We just got to get better, and got to find some bodies that can do what they
fill the holes,
what they got to do, and opportunities there for some. We have some people playing really well, so it's we just got to get more of us playing well. Coffee County, hey, another good time, and Coffee County, the tickets will go on sale Monday so that you don't have to stand in line.
Yeah, that's great.
And you have to go through the attendance office to get in, but they'll make you a visitor badge. It takes maybe 90 seconds, and then you can go down to the main office, and Ms. Melville will be glad to take care of you. So it is what it is, and but it will help out.
Oh, yeah.
Because we hope that we have great weather and that we have a good crowd. That's these rivalry games is what pays the freight for
the bills.
The entire athletic department.
Right.
So, you know, we hope that we'll have a good crowd again, and that. Play some exciting football. Hopefully this time we'll come out on top.
That's right.
That's what we plan. That's how we'll plan, and we'll go into it. Coffee County's coming off a tough ball game where they got beat by Franklin County, I think, last night by a touchdown. So 2 teams, both will be real hungry looking for that first win. Rivalry, it dates way, way back.
The biggest rivalry that this town has.
So,
always.
So anyway, I just know the Coffee Pot's here. It'd be nice to have it back in here with us
next Saturday. Right
so
here.
That's always
that's right.
Makes the year a lot better.
Okay. Hey, and one thing I want to say to you, Mr. AD, congratulations on your fishing team.
They've done really well. Mickey Miller has put all that together, and you know, they're kind of a quasi sport for Tullahoma High School, but he took several young men to the national
championship.
Tournament.
We had them on television, so right on this set.
They've
right
done
here.
well.
So that's all things good happening at Tullahoma High School, folks. The season will only get better because the people who are behind this program strive to take our young men from one week to the next on a journey to self-satisfaction in knowing that they've done their best for their home, their hometown, and their brothers that are on the field with them. We'll see you next week in the stands. Coffee County, thank you.